Not place I expected to see you. I've been down here a few times. I heard that you joined Stephen Foster.
Yeah.
But first time I got a chance to interview you.
Yeah.
How long have you been down here?
Been here now since the start of October.
Yeah.
So getting on 4 months now.
Seems to be a perfect place for someone who's got such a good left hand.
Yeah.
Because that's what young Foster was renowned for, his left hook.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I say, I'm privileged really because I've got only me in here in the mornings now. Really, there's other lads like got Ben there who like does a lot of like the fitness stuff and that goes and trains alongside me. But I'm the only pro at the minute, so I'm getting all like Steve's time on the pads, everything. Just
taking full advantage of it.
Things. Of course I am. Yeah. Loving it.
Well, obviously I've come to chat to you because you've had a bit of bad luck throughout your whole career. We're just coming to the end of your 4th year as a professional fighter. Only 10 fights in, but it's been just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck, and hopefully you've had all your bad luck. Like I said to you before, if it wasn't for bad luck you would probably have had no luck at all. But it looks like that's going to stop, and March the 16th at Oldham New Sports Leisure Centre.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Is where you're going to return and hopefully get a run going.
Yeah, that's it. I'm doing a 6th round and on the 16th. Obviously it's my first fight with Steve. So yeah, just looking forward to that now. Can't wait for it. And then, like you say, just get a good run then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully fight for a title this year, 100%.
Well, arguably, your style is very fight friendly, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, your last fight against Christian Gomez Hoskis.
Gomez, yeah.
Yeah, he was a cracking fight.
Yeah.
An 8-round little war. Was that Middleton Arena, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And I think Aki from British Boxers nominated it for I think it was an 8-round fight of the year, and I couldn't argue with him, because it was a cracking fight. But a fight that you probably made a bit harder than you needed to.
Definitely, yeah. Like we was just saying before, like the last couple of rounds when I boxed, it was just so much better, wasn't it? And I know I can do that. I'm just believing in myself. I've always like, my game is coming forward, innit, and that's what like I perfected for years. But Pat perfected with made of defence and stuff like that. And but now I'm trying to add that to my game a bit, boxing and using the jab more, and it's just making my life easier.
You know, you've been really unfortunate because you've never really got a flow going, have you?
No.
You know, something you picked up that was after Gomez fight. You had a cut, didn't you, over your eye?
I had a cut, but I broke my hand.
Oh, you broke your hand as well, yeah.
My hand in about the 3rd or something, second or 3rd. Mate, honestly, my hands was like balloons after that.
I've seen it after the. I just thought it was badly swollen. I didn't know.
Nah, it was broke. Done the metacarpal in it. Went to the hospital and that. So I was meant to box 24th of September. So that would have been like a good flow box due end of July, then September. But that put me out, and then obviously. Then
you was going to return on one of our shows again on the
8th of December.
Yeah, that was like the
training with Steve, and then 10 days before that, I come down with a bad infection, like losing blood and that. So. Yeah, it wiped me out that for like nearly 3 weeks.
But now, hopefully, everything's going well.
Oh yeah, now I'm fine, do you know what I mean?
What, about 7 weeks, is it? 8 weeks?
Yeah. So, I'm in a good place, as you see here now. I'm training well.
And there's talk of you, because you mainly been competing at light middleweight.
Yeah.
So, is this true that welterweight's going to be your new fight division?
Definitely, yeah. Move down there, just like you was mentioning before, there's some good fights.
Well, there's some good
fights, you know what I mean? So.
I mean, I think Steve's trying to make a few fights with our own VIP fighters, because there's about 3 or 4 of you who are on around about the same record. You know, I think we've got James Moorcroft who's 9-0, yourself that's 9-1. I think there's Andy Kremner who's 10-1. You know. Those are genuinely good fights that could be made, and a genuine 50-50 fights. You know, and it'd be intriguing for the public to find out which one of you can rise to the top. Yeah,
like I say, I'm got a 6th round now, and then after that, I'd love any of them fights. you know.
Well, I think James Moorcroft, he's had a nice little flow going.
Yeah.
He's had no injuries or anything. I think Andy Kremlin's in a bit of similar situation to you, whereby I think he's had a few little layoffs. I think he injured his ribs just before Christmas, so he'll want a little warm-up fight, as you do. But come beginning of summer, should be some crackers, couldn't there?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm in it for now. Do you know what I mean? That's every fighter's in it for, aren't they? But
Yeah.
I feel I'm at that level definitely now, where for them fights, you know, that's the fights you're mentioning. Hopefully for a central area, and then whoever wins them move on to English then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you love to finish your career? What level?
Go right to the top. You know what I mean? Just be daft if I didn't want to win, I wouldn't be in the sport. So
Yeah, but I mean, everyone has
obviously
a...
you've got to be a realist. I know that, but I do believe, like, I know that I'm good enough. I know. 100%
Well, look, Terry
I can win the
Flanagan
title.
became a world champion, but he never planned on being a world champion.
No.
He planned on being a British champion. That was his dream. He thought, if I can be British champion, I'll be a happy man.
Yeah.
Where would you? What would make you a happy man? If when 10 years time you're looking back on your career, what would you be able to smile at and go, yeah, I did all right?
Obviously, I think every British fighter, they want to win a British, don't you? But
Yeah.
the way it is with boxing now, and especially now, I think now, mate, it's easy to win a world title. With, like, you know, especially all the, not easy, you know, it's hard, but easier than it was years ago.
But
with all these like silver belts that are getting you in the rankings with the WBC and stuff like that. But for me now, it's just about taking one fight at a time. Hopefully get this central area, win that, and then kick on from there. English, win a British, and then, like you say, Terry Flanagan's his prime example. I just, you know, that's what any fighter now at my level, that's who you've got to look up to, Terry, because he just under the radar, didn't he? Won that prize fight, or won the British, and then just propelled from
And
there.
everything that was thrown in front of him, he just took, didn't he?
Exactly, and he, like you say, yeah, he just anyone that.
But I was
beat
looking,
everyone.
because we've got a couple of kids who are just slightly above you lot on the ratings. When you got Mason Cartwright, who had a great fight last summer.
Is he a welter now?
Yeah, he's welterweight. He's moved down from light middleweight, as you are. He looks really good. We've got Liam Taylor, who just beat Tyrone Nurse at the end of last year. But then I was looking at the ratings, and there's a load of new boys in that welterweight division, and no one really knows where they stand. I mean, everyone feels that Billy Garton, who's a champion, isn't he? He just won the British title. He beat Cochrane, didn't he?
No, he beat that Bradley
Cochrane,
Skeet.
Gary. No, he beat Bradley Skeet.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he beat that Gary Cochrane.
Yeah, because Bradley Skeet vacated it because he was his stablemate, and
That's
so he
right.
was allowed to fight. But you look at
That's
that,
right. Yeah, getting mixed up.
there's some great fights there that you could look at and you think, I could be in the mix of that. And
But Liam Taylor against Tyrone Nurse, that a British eliminator, wasn't it?
yes, yeah.
Good win for Liam. I fancy Liam to beat that guy.
I do.
Yeah, hopefully anyway. He's a good mate of mine, Liam, so can win that British, and then obviously they're past
That's what I'm
right
saying.
at the minute,
But you hope if
know.
you could get a run going, maybe at the end of this year, those are fights that you could be looking at.
of course, definitely. That's where I feel I'm getting to now.
Yeah.
But first of all, got to crawl, ain't you? So, got to win the central area, and then just push on from
Do
there.
the old school way.
Yeah, it's the best way, innit?
Well, actually, when my day there was no English title, but it's a nice stepping stone that, and it prepares you well.
course, yeah.
Because within 1 or 2 fights of winning the English, you should be fighting for the British.
For the British, yeah.
Exciting 2019 for you?
Definitely, God willing, like I say, just stay injury free and just have a good year, try and get 4 fights minimum. Yeah.
Right, well, I'm looking forward to this. March 16th, Oldham, I think that could be a cracking show as well, because like I say, we got the return of Mark Efron after his British title fight, and there's quite a few of the good kids on there.
Looks a decent bill, yeah, obviously Mark's in it now, innit? Mark's topping the bill, innit, so...
Well, he'll probably sell the place out on his own.
I spoke to him the other day, he said he's getting 600 tickets. I thought, flipping it, leave some for us.
Well, you can imagine that though, that would be brilliant, that place. Because, with it being a sports hall, the noise that them lot will make.
It'd be good, man.
It'd be nice to fight in front of a crowd like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be good atmosphere, so yeah, it'd be good.
Alright, listen Ben, good luck with training, and hopefully I'll catch up with you well before then. By that time we might have an opponent, and then we can talk more.
Yeah, thanks, nice one, Lee.
Take care Ben,
Cheers, you
bye.
too, mate.